right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NGS tonight. We've got a best of 3 Happy Accidents versus Average Joes in the Division A East quarterfinals. Let me get my audio here going to introduce my co-caster for tonight, which will be Sir Sean Sheep. How are you doing, Sheep?
I am doing pretty well.
Awesome. I'm going to get your guest host name up here on the board so that it's official. Both these teams, I've seen both of them before. These actually, this is not a grudge match, but sort of a friendly rival match. Both these teams know each other pretty well, at least random. I know the captains of each team both hang out in similar discords. They kind of trash talk each other. They had a half-hearted attempt at starting some stuff in the map pick, but it was all in good fun. So I'm really excited to watch both these teams play for some fun bragging rights. This is what NGS is all about. But the first map tonight is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. Please ignore the second map because we don't know what it's going to be yet. Both these teams, they did ban maps because that's what you do. Happy Accidents banned Battlefield of Eternity, and Average Joe's banned Volskaya. Happy Accidents are the higher seed, so they got to have their choice. They chose first pick, so Average Joes are taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and we're going to go ahead and begin the draft right now. And in we go. This one I know I hit the button, and like it just doesn't go until now. So we're here. We've got the spider emotes out. We've got the cat emotes out. I need to figure out how to get those cat emotes ASAP.
Ooh, I don't know where that's from.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's a cool emote.
I know.
And the spider one, too. Are those the seasonal one?
I think they might be. I'm going to have to bring it out. Zool immediately banned out. I know these teams were talking about Zool tank, and they are just taking it off the board.
Yeah, they are excited for that, but the Kerrigan ban also coming out. That's pretty typical.
No one wants to mess with any crazy tank play going on, so maybe they're going to see the Uther ban next.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, though. I could see... Yep, there's the Maiev ban.
Okay.
I was thinking Maiev or Medivh. One of those two bans or picks are always quite good on this map.
Yeah. Medivh definitely allows you to play a lot more crazy games with tank play, as we've seen in NA lately. So
yeah, but now they're kind of put in a bad spot. They either have to give up Diablo or they have to give up Genji or some other top tier that I'm forgetting. Medivh. One of those. And it looks like they're just going to ban out to Diablo.
Yeah. All right, we've got Happy Accidents going to be picking out their first pick here on the left.
Ooh, Urel, insta first pick.
Yeah, not a surprise. Urel, very powerful, good on this map. I know Park555 is an avid Urel player, so he enjoys that hero a lot.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking right now is anytime I see Urel on an opposing team, I'm just like, let's pick the Nubarak.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that here. We'll see what happens.
I'm interested to see. It's going to be Muradin.
And Tyrande. Pretty typical.
Yeah, Urel, Tyrande seem to be at the top, but Genji's still available.
Yeah.
I mean, it does lower the amount of wave clear that you have, but they do have Tyrande. So going into that, I mean, Genji's still an option for them.
I definitely agree, and I think Genji works really well here if played correctly. I think you would have to draft a mage in the comp, but I think it still works. Deckard, really good on this map for the rotation. Actually surprised at how long he survived. And Junkrat
is actually a soft deny pick against Average Joe's. Junkrat has been a favorite hero of Random Task in NGS seasons previously. Now he's gone down further in the meta, but still an option for them, so I like that pickup.
I do like it too, and this kind of gives them an insane amount of control over the mid-top rotations. You can see what Deckard does a lot of the times is kind of denies their rotation and works as like a mini, like just stop in the rotation for like 5 to 10 seconds, and sometimes that means enough to miss out a couple minions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, same thing with Junkrat too. Placing the trap in a crucial bush or in the crucial web weaver area gives you vision and delays the rotations.
Yeah, and it's vision you can't get rid of too. So mind a secret weapon of vision. Johanna banned out. I like that ban out. Jaina next being banned out. Looks like they were trying to deny them the wave clear that they so desperately need with the Muradin and Tyrande. I mean, with the Murder Tyrande, you're immediately thinking about blow-up comps, and so they need, on this map especially, they need to make up for that with wave clear.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard in this blow up comp style because you will never win the early game.
Yeah.
You will always get zoned out and you won't be able to do anything between mid to top. But it looks like Genji Blaze being picked up here. That can be deadly.
Yeah, I like that. Blaze has got the wave clear. Genji's going to be the one to follow up on the Tyrande Murder. They've got a opening at the end there for a sustained damage dealer. You could go auto attack. You could go a Gul'dan.
Yeah.
But
go down a little bit risky, but I could see it working.
I mean, they have so many options up for them. Like it's Raynor, Kael'thas.
There it is.
They take the Raynor themselves, and they're gonna go for Garrosh for a tank.
Wow, that just plays even more into zoning. Wow, Accents has to be very careful on the rotation.
Yeah. With the Raynor Junkrat, though, Riptire is really your only finishing tool, however. It's going to be a weakness in Happy Accidents that Average Joes might be able to exploit.
That's true, but right now, what Accidents needs is something to counter that, and let's see what they pick up. The Gul'dan.
They do go for the Gul'dan, so Average Joes with the Gul'dan pick here on the right. Happy Accidents with the Yrel, Garrosh, Raynor. Man, that's an interesting choice there. They're just hoping to outlast the enemy team. Tyrande, what's her... I've played her a bit, but I'm not really certain how good her sustain healing is. If she's not in a fight constantly, her sustain healing goes down very quickly.
I mean, you're not wrong in that regards. However, she has a lot in her kit, especially with the flexibility of level 1 and on Tomb the Spider Queen, where you're always going to be having access to a minion wave. You can get healed out relatively consistently.
That's true.
Yep.
So I mean,
so
I do the Tyrande a lot stronger here than on other maps, like a Sky Temple or something.
Yeah. Also, we have to consider that the spell damage on the side of Average Joe's isn't that much, so we might be seeing the cooldown reduction at level 1 from Tyrande, just to improve that sustain healing that we were just talking about.
Alright, into the game we go, though, and on the left, we've got, in blue, the Happy Accidents, the high seed, with Park 555 on the Yrel, Blue Laguna playing the Garrosh, Frostwind on the Deckard Cain, Apparition playing Raynor, and Aegir Bombs bombed his way around with the Junkrat.
Yeah, and on the right side we have Average Joe's with with random tasks on the Murden, TJ303 on the Tyrande, Hazers on the Genji, Tadming on the Gul'dan, and Femax on the Blaze.
Alright, we have Happy painting out from the Happy Painters themselves. Somebody has called a spray party mid. We're going to check these out.
Looks like not to be that happy of a party.
Oh, yeah, ooh, loving them. Some beautiful sprays coming out from both teams. I love it. No one really bothering to attack, not really worth it, but there's an immediate throw onto the Blaze. Throws out Pyromania immediately when he backs out, and everything's going to be fine for Blaze. Although he did lose that cooldown.
Yeah, it's a pretty long cooldown, but what we have to realize is that Joe's is actually very fast on rotation, much faster than Happy Accidents.
Yeah, with the cooldown rather. Oh, Apparition caught way out, and there's the kill comp. The Raynor healing just barely saves him from death. Yep. Wow.
The Garrosh actually come from behind, catching up the Murden. This Brute goes out to zone them, but it looks like Garrosh is really low, almost dies. Wow, that was a really nice skirmish up top, but
yeah,
Accidents actually ending up behind there.
Yeah, Genji didn't have Swift Strike up or wasn't willing to run into the enemy team to try and get that kill on a Garrosh. Garrosh kills are always look a little bit deceptive.
Yeah, and Garrosh actually pulling the Murden into the root, but now it's Garrosh that's out and he's getting low. The Genji goes in and gets the kill. That's one kill for Average Joe's.
Yeah, man, Happy Accidents have to deal with a lot of damage. The Gul'dan gives them a really good early game advantage, especially on this map.
That is very true, and like what I was saying in draft, the rotations, they matter if you're ahead in the rotation, but when you're so far behind and you can barely get leverage on the map, you have no choice but to try to catch up.
Yeah, the Gul'dan damage, especially once he completes Echoed Corruption, is going to really tax Deckard Cain a lot.
Garrosh is looking for something. Gets a stun on Genji, but looks like it's just poke.
Yeah, he's just stacking. They're trying to poke them out from turning in. Murden waiting in the bush finds Blue Laguna, but there's the throw, and Blue Laguna is out. Let's check looking at the snooze fest bottom. Yeah, nothing really happening. The Blaze starting to get very low on mana.
Yeah, and this is just your average game on Tomb of the Spider Queen. A little less rotations, but there's a lot more. But the Garrosh though and the stun doesn't look like much is gonna come after that. The stun goes out, misses on the Junkrat, and then we're back to neutral, and it's gonna be boring for another minute.
Yeah, Junkrat you're starting to see him get damage out. Raynor is stuck B, and Jimmy Laner up top. Apparition not getting a whole lot, but he does have the Exterminator, and that's gonna give Happy Accidents a lot more wave clear into that Gul'dan.
Man, Garrosh really likes getting those stuns, and it looks like it almost pays off there, but not on the right target.
Yeah, I'm really waiting for Happy Accents to watch their displacement comp come online. You've got the Garrosh throw, the Junkrat trap. Once those two connect with each other and you really isolate one target, you're going to start to see some kills.
Yeah, in reality, Happy Accidents. Oh wait, but look in the top lane. The Raynor gets caught out, gets the stun from the Murden, and look at the Toronto stuns, just barely misses. But now the zoning from Deckard stuns them out, and now it's Joes that are out, and Murden jumps out, almost dies. The Junkrat bomb getting the Murden out of there, and wow,
yeah,
that
there
was.
It is. There, it came online right there. So many displacements. Actually, they zoned them out of all of Garrosh's gems.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Jimmy once again being saved by his new trait. Not a trait, even his new adrenaline pulse.
That was an insane counter engage, and like you said, that's where that comp shines. When they overaggress just a little bit too much and make a slight mistake, that's when Happy Accidents wins the fight.
Yeah, the only heroes with any kind of escape are mostly Murden and Genji. I mean, it can count Bunker and Jet Propulsion a little bit, but, you know, Tirana and Gul'dan are kind of sitting ducks if anybody gets on them. And there is the turn-in. They use that kill to leverage themselves to turn in for the Spider.
Yeah.
But yeah, once Murden jumps, that's pretty much it for him.
Yeah, I very much agree, and the thing is, this is where the displacement comp can really come to shine. If you can zone them out of the web weavers enough, you can get tons of push off of it, but it all depends on how they position on this map, and it looks like they're posturing around top.
Yeah, this is going to be maybe a 4-1. Oh, 3 people collapse onto Genji, but Hazer runs away. Gonna be okay.
Yeah, Gul'dan left to rotate mid. Tirana kind of pushed out by Junkrat, but nothing really happening down there. Top lane is looking pretty stalled. Looks like the wall on top and mid are kind of going to go down.
Yeah, the lane that Gul'dan is not in is very difficult for average Joes to defend, because if you step up, Garrosh is just going to throw you. But there's a stun onto Garrosh. Blue Laguna into trouble, throws away the enemy. Gul'dan getting a lot of poke onto Blue Laguna. They're in the heals though, and they're moving back in.
Yeah, and this is where they're super healthy. Junkrat just rotating. They might be able to catch something. Throw should be up right about now. They might be looking for a gank bush or some kind of kill somewhere.
Yeah, Blue Laguna just getting some vision in that bush. The rest of his team not there to follow up. Let's see how Urel did. Urel actually got half a fort, and Blaze has to back.
Yeah, Blaze has to back, and that gives Urel the chance to go mid, trying to look for something, and this is their chance to engage. This is where they can snowball the game.
Yeah. Blue Laguna just now they play goaltender. They're just trying to make sure that nobody can turn in while they get the gems themselves. Not allowing this to happen bottom. They get themselves a camp there.
Yeah, looks like most of the posturing is happening bot, and that's where the next center of attention is going to be.
Yeah, Park may find a turn in, but Blaze is going to get the interrupt. Blaze has 27 gems. That's quite a lot.
Yeah. We also have to keep in mind that Happy Accidents does have the mid-camp mid, and however, Genji goes in, gets a little bit of chunk off Junkrat. Not really much happening, but that throw on the Murden, and no other stuns coming out. However, Tirana gets rooted and takes a ton of chunk damage. Urel's posturing to go in. Let's see what happens here. Jumps on the Genji, and nothing really much happening except for average Joe's getting chunked.
Yeah, Urel almost had a back door there on average Joe's. Moves up with her advantage in lane, is able to make the rotate without losing any experience. Ooh, Agerbombs might be in trouble. Yeah. Unfortunately for that fight, Junkrat was only able to get some poke damage, not close enough to throw a bomb out and try and displace the rest of average Joe's. But 10s are here, and we're going to see how Happy Accidents uses this advantage.
Yeah, it's all about what they do here. And it looks like Garrus is really aggressive for the throw. Gets the throw on the Murden. Not throwing out the taunt, but there it goes. There it goes. And now the Murden doesn't get hit by the root, in fact. And that saves a life and uses taunt in the process.
Yeah, taunt down, all 4 heroics still remaining for Happy Accidents. They can find themselves a turn, and I think they've just about got gems. They can probably force this. Here's another throw on to Murden. Random pass jumps out. The root not there in time, but it does find a Tirana. The follow-up minimal. However, there's a really good groundbreaker from Garrosh, but nothing going to be happening.
Yeah, and at this point, both teams are at level 10, and now this is where the real action starts. The Garrosh goes in, gets the throw on the Murden. No other CCO going out, the root on 2, but the Genji on the Rainer, almost at half of the X-Strike goes out. He gets the reset, and now Garrosh is the point of target. He's so low, he's just barely doesn't go down. And
7 hit
wow.
points. Blue Laguna popping Indomitable at the exact right moments, doesn't get caught by the jet propulsion, gets healed back up from 7 hit points.
That is insane, but now the leverage goes to Average Joe's. This is their comp, this is their time, and Garrosh is left here defending mid by himself while everybody rotates on the lane. This is going to be their game from now because they are the aggressive comp, Average Joe's.
Yeah, they did a really good job turning that around. I think Happy Accidents kind of got a little complacent there against Average Joe's. They, the 10s came in, and all of a sudden they're like, we're on the same tier, let's move. And Happy Accidents, I don't think respected that.
I definitely agree, but now they have Web Weavers and have all of the leverage in this map. Almost entire mid wall is already down, and top Web Weaver is about quarter health.
Yeah, that's another reason Gul'dan is so good on this map. Can just sit there and poke, poke, can anti-siege, can, throw spells onto the forts, help the spiders push. It's just great all around.
Definitely can agree, but there aren't as much siege as Happy Accidents got on their Wave Weavers when we look at the map.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but the experience lead has been erased.
Oh, the Garrosh and the Genji.
Genji is in trouble. They doesn't have the stun, but the taunt connects off of Genji's Swift Strike. The Protected, by the way, comes out. Murden comes out to peel. The root not going to land. Almost finds the Genji kill, but Hazer...
Urel getting caught out by the stun, 1 stun and you're dead, but our defender comes out just in time, but now Murden's in the team getting chunked down, the Shadow Spot goes out, the stun goes out on the Rainer, nothing much happening, but the Tyrande throw from the Garrosh, and now she's at half health, Bunker goes out, keeps Tyrande alive, but that Bunker only lasts for so long, the perfect timing on the Riptide kills the Tyrande, but now it's in the favor of Team Average Joe's. Genji goes in looking for the resets, but doesn't get very much, but now what we have to realize is Happy Accidents now has the Web Weaver phase, and now they might get tons of structures here.
They got the kill and the turn-in. Man, Average Joe's... Oh, and there's another throw at the stun follow-up from the Garrosh. The jet propulsion comes out to try and save him. The X-Strike is down, and it gets the Rainer kill. The Hyperion is out driving them away. Tad looking actually kind of low, gonna get a bunch of life from that Spider. Excellent counter kill coming out from Average Joe's. Genji finds his mark.
Yeah, but at what cost? They're about to lose 2 forts for that 1 kill, and when you're looking at XP gain, that to me doesn't look like that worth it.
Yeah, despite that extra kill, they are down a full level because of both these structures. This bottom Spider is still pushing.
Yeah, and all of mid wall, 2 top and bottom forts, that is deadly on the side of Happy Accidents.
Yeah. But things quiet down. That fight was it's a throw on again. The taunt is there, and he is obliterated. Random Task looking to get the gems. He makes the grab, he makes the run for it, and he's scot-free. Random Task with the jewel heist.
I don't know if you saw that, but I was looking at the cooldowns, and taunt literally just came up.
Oh wow, on Garrosh for that Genji taunt?
Yeah, it was like the second he got the Q off, the taunt came up.
So Random Task keeps his team alive as far as gem count goes, but here comes another Spider Wave. They're probably going to lose this fort. Now it's up to Happy Accidents to see what we'll get from the rest of the Spiders here.
Yeah, they are about an entire level up, and they can snowball this even more, and looks like Happy Accidents is posturing around mid.
Yeah, they're sitting in that bush, but the Tirana Owl finds them.
Taunt is back up. Also, we have to keep that in mind, and Blaze is going to be clearing bot while Gul'dan goes top. This is free reign for Happy Accidents to push down mid.
Yeah, 5v4 in mid. They're on the same talent tier. I wonder at what point do you call Blaze up and try to force a fight before 16?
Yeah, I would assume pretty soon, but Blaze has a lot to clear bot. A Siege Camp and the Web Weavers. Looks like he's just gonna give the Siege and go for the mid fight.
Yeah, Web Weaver killed, moving up to mid to try and make it an even fight before 16, but there's the throw. Under Pest, the taunt is out. Can they kill the Muradin in time? He's got the reduced healing, but he jumps away to safety. There's the fear coming out from Gul'dan that's gonna allow them to disengage at least.
Yeah, and when we look at the ults, that was way more in favor of Happy Accents. They have 4 ults versus the 4 that Average Joe's used, and looks like Hyperion is going out for the aggressive. Looks like the wall is going to go down, and what can Average Joe's do about this? They're down a talent tier.
Yep, the talent tier is here. Genji maybe trying to find something on the flank, but Uriel, oh, the Swift Strike just gets him out of slap range on Uriel. Some smart play there from Park 555, but it's not going to happen. Blaze finally moves bottom. This very good movement from the Blaze. The Siege Camp did not get a whole lot done by.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for Happy Accents, though. They don't have that much to do on the map, even though they have their talent tier advantage.
I mean, not that they really have to do anything. They can just sit here on the turn-in, let the waves move into them, soak them passively. You know,
yeah.
They can't really think about boss. You know, they're grabbing a camp, they're watching the bottom turn-in, and, you know, once they get to 16, they could choose to give up the turn-in. They could try and find a really good fight. They could push the bottom. They have a lot of options.
I definitely agree, but when you're a talent tier up, that's your time to shine, and there isn't many places to shine here.
Yeah, another option, have the Garrosh just run at the enemy team.
I agree. I think that's a pretty decent option. Or the Rel, or both.
That's what they're doing. Muradin's done random task, having some rough time hitting that Stormhammer against Blue Laguna.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to push out mid. Quarter level until level 16 on Average Joe's, and they have the mage armor, though.
Yeah, the mage armor is going to disappear shortly. But Uriel trying to make it engage. There's the throw on the Red Test, already chunked out. The Riptire is in. Can they kill the Muradin in time? He jumps down. He's stopped by the Tornado. Down goes the Muradin. Ardent Defender is out. Blaze gets in the bunker. They're taking the tower shots, but they're going to take their Muradin skull and go home with it.
Yeah, but Average Joe's, look at their gem count.
Yeah, it's through the roof, but I don't know that they're going to be able to. They were able to salvage those gems from Muradin. I don't know they're able to do much. And as 16 talent tier hits, they've got the Muradin kill. Tyrande knows they're at boss, but I don't think there's much they can do.
Yeah, but they might be able to get a counter turn in towards bot lane. Hopefully they do it fast enough before they're done with Boston. It looks like they will.
Yeah. Junkrat watching the turn in. They realize they're... Oh, yeah, here it is. A solo turn in from Hazer.
Yeah.
Kind of a wasted boss, but maybe you push on this as 5.
Possibly, but in that case, it's a little bit weird because then you let the other lanes push, and those Web Weavers aren't a joke.
Yeah, big wave bottom actually.
Yeah. So it looks like, of course,
that's like 2 or 3. That's 3 minion waves worth of spider butts.
Yeah, that's a line. Actually, wait, Happy Accents doesn't catch that.
Yeah, they send Raynor down. He's gonna get some pepper on the process. Gonna get the front wall for sure. Now, Average Joe's, they're done with the boss. They're moving in as fine, trying to get something out of this Web Weaver turn in, but it may just be neutralized by that boss. Happy Accidents, keeping the game alive until they can get to 20.
Yeah, but they do have enough for another turn in, and that might do some damage versus this one, which didn't do very much.
The Spider's got a lot of minions to go through. Average Joe's not trying to find a fight just yet. Tyrande finds the rest of the team. And I'm surprised they're not looking for a stronger engage. However, Happy X is playing this well, staying by their fort, staying safe. Blue Lagoon a little bit out, but nothing to be had. He's a Garrosh. You can just throw people away. And this
you always have to be scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just... even if you're down, even if you're up, it's the Garrosh can just do so much damage, and it's scary to play into, and there isn't much they can do right now.
You know, they're one level away. Muradin maybe trying to find somebody on the rotation. They just have to play with vision and wait for something to happen. They've got 2 camps they can go get to try and make something happen before 20. I'm not sure what their plan is.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
A second turn in is their plan.
there isn't much in posturing bot for the side of Happy Accidents, and quite interesting. We have the web weavers coming in, and this is where Average Joe's can come back into this game.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing mid, I have imagined, because both the top and bottom waves pushed way out for them.
X-Strike?
Wait, is that a misclick? Probably.
I think that was a misclick.
Oh, that's a shame. Shame to see.
Yeah, that's a little sad, but that's okay. They can still win the fight here.
Yeah, they can definitely get this mid fort. Happy Accident's probably just going to give it up. I mean, if they just give it the mid fort, kill the spider, don't lose anything, they've only gotten a fort. They're not really that much closer to 20. They've used all their gems that they've been porting this whole time, and yeah, the middle spider goes down.
Yeah, but they spent so much time. Top and bot are pushed up. They have to choose to respond to one, but not both.
Yeah. They're choosing top. Agerbom's taking a big chunk of Garrosh, though, to make sure that they can't get the engage on to top the rest of Happy Accidents, taking the safe way. Yrel going bottom all by herself. 19,
yeah, but now
18.
you have a quarter web weaver top and the Yrel bot. You can do a lot here.
Yeah, they're going to get this mid fort finally. They get 3 forts out of the deal, but they're still a full level behind in Happy Accidents. Looking to do good. Oh, Blue Laguna doesn't realize the rest of the team is there. Throws the blaze around Yrel, and the rest of the team rotating to them. Now they are just 1 level away. In fact, a couple more waves. They're going to have 20. They're going to get this camp. They're going to go on to Average Joe's. And, you know, if they get kills, that could mean they're a lot closer to ending this game.
Yeah, this is extremely scary for on the sides of Average Joe's. You see, when you're down a level, entire level on this map, it's hard to soak out that last stretch to kind of catch up. And this is where Happy Accidents are going to snowball and win the game. Yeah, they're just going to run at them and win.
Yeah, they have a turn-in. I would say, forget the turn-in, run at them. Oh, there's the taunt. Pulls Murden back out of the jump at random task. Makes it out alive. And there's the turn-in. They've got the camp. They've got the 2 camps pushing, but you can get a lot done with this spider along with this bruiser camp.
I definitely agree, but mid and bot and top are both pushed out really far. Really, Happy Accidents' only options are mid.
Yeah, they're putting everything on this mid. Now, if they get a few kills here and still can't end the game, they can just go top and boss, and that'll help them win the game, as the spider is going to push out top and bottom. They don't have to send anybody back. It's kind of like having a 6th offlane.
I definitely agree. Hyperion goes out, and the taunt combo is about to happen. The root happens, but the bunker nobody gets into. Murden actually falls here. The Riptire comes out, gets damage on the bunker, but not much happening. X-Strike comes out on the Junkrat, not much happening. Corruption goes out, 1-0.
Yeah, that's an easy 1 kill up 2019. They're looking for the Jet Propulsion, misses, nobody gets stunned, and Blaze goes down as well. That Blaze kill might mean the end of the game. However, Gul'dan putting out a lot of damage. They're going to struggle to sustain on the score.
Yeah, but this is going to have to be a perfect defense for Average Joe's to bias them out of this, but the throw on the Gul'dan, I'm pretty sure it confirms that. And actually, Genji giving up tons of damage on the Decker, surprisingly, and that actually forces them out.
Yeah, Gul'dan got all the damage he needed out. They escape. Gul'dan loses his life for it, but that's it for damage on the court. However, this spider now pushing his way all the way to the top. Wow, Decker Kane might be in trouble if Frosted makes it out.
Yeah, this is very risky. They have a web weaver about to be on core, bottom wave. It looks like they're just pushing for it, and I think this might just be over.
Yeah, it's over. With very smart play from Happy Accidents, they go out, they get the keep. They realized Gul'dan was their main source of damage. They give Decker Kane time enough to sustain the rest of the team, bring them back to core, and this is going to be game number 1. Oh, is it? 1 going down, Murden, but Murden, yeah, no, it's dead.
Yeah.
That's it. I got excited. I always want to have things be exciting, but yeah.
I got excited too.
Game number 1 goes over to Happy Accidents, and that's going to allow Average Joe's to grab either first pick or map pick for the next phase here. And I'm going to find that out ASAP and give you some stats. Talents.
Yeah.
You can tell which heroes. Not everybody picked their 20 at the end of that game. I think they realized it was over.
Yeah, I'm very interested in the pick on Exterminator.
I mean, it's Tomb of the Spider Queen, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. Whoops, that's
definitely agree.
All right, let me find out.
Yeah, nothing too extraordinarily different.
Mm-hmm.
Genji opting for Final Cut instead of Perfect Strike.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't make that much of a difference.
Deckard going for perfect gems, looking to get the Emerald and the Sapphire out. That Lornado, you didn't see it actually have a whole lot of value. Only once did it force an engagement, having Murden jump into it at some point.
Definitely agree.
All right. Okay, average Joes are going to opt for first pick, and that means we're going to find out what map we're getting from... We're going to find out what map we're getting from Happy Accidents. I got to move here so that the mic is actually... There we go. Pointed at my face, and I'm not obscuring my visage. I don't know, with this pop screen. But we're waiting for the map from Happy Accidents. Now, with Happy Accidents' success on this map, where do you think is going to benefit them to take us?
Oh, Happy Accidents for map pick.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I haven't seen too many of these players, but I think I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Well, what if I told you the answer was Dragonshire?
You know, my first instinct was Dragonshire, and then I thought Infernal, and then I thought like Battlefield.
Right. Well, Battlefield has been banned by them actually.
I knew that. I was just testing your knowledge.
Fair enough. But looks like average Joes decide that first pick is the superior option for them. We're going to see, though, what Happy Accidents can do for us on Dragonshire.
Yeah, and I can see them picking this.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe my initial thoughts were that they were very well in the macro, and they can do well in that sense. And Dragonshire pertains to the heavy macro teams, who can play the map to their will.
Mm-hmm. That I absolutely agree. And I think Park, knowing him and knowing how he looks at the game, he's a very game knowledge heavy player and studies shot calling a lot. So I have to imagine that Dragonshire is right up their alley.
Yeah, I could also see Towers of Doom or Sky Temple being picked, but okay. Dragonshire seems like the best choice.
Yeah, I agree. I like it from them. But first pick does belong to Average Joe, so we're going to see what they go. Gladiators are ready. Whoop, never. Nope, yep. Okay, we have some weights in chat there. We're going to hold up. Oh, who do I have to... Oh, I have to swap.
They're reporting me as AFK. I'm offended.
Yeah. Okay, now we have both teams ready. We're going to get right into the game on Dragonshire.
Yes, and you know, if Genji wasn't a priority last game, it's gonna be a priority this game.
Yeah.
One of his best maps coming out here. Same thing with my Ev and Kerrigan still.
Agreed. But I think we still see the Zool ban, right?
I don't think so.
I want someone to run something crazy. Abathur immediately just removed.
Yeah, understandable. Abathur is insane. Kerrigan instantly
Not
removed.
a surprise.
Got it. Yeah, okay. What is it? Is it gonna be Diablo? Is it gonna be a Diablo ban?
I'm not sure actually. They've got first pick. They could opt to go for it if they really think it's powerful.
Yeah, I think Diablo's gonna be banned somewhere in this rotation though.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be first pick. It's too insane to not.
Yeah, it's a very good real tank, as it were, at the moment.
Yeah, Genji ban.
Yep, there's the Genji ban. They don't want to
Okay.
first pick it, and they don't want to let the other team have it.
Here, it's gonna be Diablo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it right now.
I can see that. No, it's
Zool? Really?
Yeah, they don't want to deal with it.
You're more scared of Zool than Diablo?
He can do the double soak thing, mid and bot.
That's very true.
And there was a little bit of kibitzing about both these teams being like, so you gonna Zool tank? And they're like, are you gonna Zool tank?
Yeah, that's very true. I I don't know how I feel about it on this map. I feel like you kind of have to stick around bottom too much.
Oh, taking the Urel away from Park. I have not seen Park play a different offlaner besides Urel this season. I'm sure it's happened, but I just haven't personally seen it.
Yeah. You see, I don't have as much season knowledge as you, so.
Fair. And immediately Murden and the Junkrat. So I wonder if they like Junkrat. I mean, Agerbombs played a heck of a Junkrat last game, or if it is continuing to deny that from Average Joes, as it is a favorite of theirs historically.
Yeah. Yep, and Junkrat is a soft counter to Urel, just because if she's channeling her jump, it's able to counter that, and then Diablo as well. Like, if he goes in, you can punish him very hard, and whew,
yeah,
all tanks being picked out.
Yeah, but with the Deckard, though, you root somebody, Lightning Breath, I mean, you throw a Phoenix in there, there it is.
Oh, well, there it is. You called it.
Yeah. That would have been a rough time for them, so with the tank and healer up, they opt to ban out the Phoenix. I do wonder what the ban here is, because with the Murd and Junkrat, you have zero information about what they're going to do. Oh.
Valera.
That must be some advanced scouting, because Deckard doesn't even seem particularly scared of Valera, and Diablo and Urel sure don't.
Yeah, Valera's quite interesting, and it signifies what their next pick is. Somebody with high mobility. I can actually see a Tracer being picked up here into a Junkrat Mirrodin.
Yeah, but with the Maiev
and into that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But Maiev, you get the tether out, you get that Warden's Cage, and all of a sudden your mobility goes out the window. Maiev bring someone in, you get the Murden stun, you get the Duranda stun to follow up, and now they do need a front line, but once again we have the same issue where they don't really have a finisher, they're more of a sustain team, but that does help the meta at the moment.
Yeah, very true. And
Tirana Mark, you know, forget about Burst, Tirana Mark may be all you need, but Raynor, Jaina, that makes a lot of sense. Valera would have made those two lives very painful.
Very true. I was just considering the Tracer. I think it could have worked.
Oh yeah, I agree. Tracer's rough with the Deckard though.
Yeah, I agree.
The problem. But you know.
But you can chunk them out pretty hard, and then it helps you in the sustain mid bot. And a Varian. Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I mean, is it a Colossal or a Taunt variant? Or Twin Blades? I mean...
Ooh, wait a minute. No, they have too much mobility, deny.
Yeah.
It's not Twin.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a lot of options. Whatever it is going to have to deal with the Urel. Twin Blades is probably pretty good at that?
Dealing with Urel? My problem with Twin Blades is if they have a lot of displacement or CC, your usefulness goes significantly down. You know, you have the Raynor Q, you have the Deckard slow and root, you have the Diablo zone, and of course you have the slows from Jaina. It's hard to get in there. I think Colossus could be very much an option, you know, gets the stun out, get a tether from Maiev, and just boom, they get deleted.
Yeah, they do have a lot of options here. We're going to get into the game here as where's Illidan indeed, as we have Happy Accidents here on the left. Here in Dragonshire, we've got Park 555 playing that Varian, Blue Laguna playing the Murden, Agerbombs playing the Junkrat, Apparition on the Maiev, Frostwind on the Tyrande.
Yeah, and on the side of Average Joes, we have Random Task on Diablo, TJ303 on the Deckard, Hazers on the Raynor, FEM Axe on the Urel, and Tad MG on the Jaina.
Okay, alright. Frosty has been reported, and nobody spoil the game for any of the players. So just keep those lips sealed.
Yeah.
Both teams, Junkrat starting bottom, Happy Accidents choosing to fan out instead of fight mid. I want to deal with the Diablo, apparently.
Yeah, I guess it's too risky for them, and I can see why. With kind of a CC comp like theirs, it would hurt to go in this early. Oh, wait a minute.
They've barely even hit a minion. Now Maiev stepping up. They're going to freeze the lane mid. Junkrat now being rotated on in the middle of a Deckard route will get caught, but very little follow-up from that.
Yeah, I want to turn your attention to Varian's level 1 because that says a lot.
It sure does. You can still go taunt with that. You can still go, I think, Colossal Smash maybe not so much of an option, but the Tyrande, a 4-man visiting squad, still not enough to kill the URL.
Yeah, well, Tiran, they actually miss a minion soak mid, not that much, but
2?
in the long run, 2, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh,
I think they missed the front 2 knights.
ooh, that is a pretty decently big issue there, but
Yeah.
really it doesn't matter unless you do that quite often. Both teams opting for the Bruiser camp instead of the Siege camp, and it looks like the Shrines are right about to be up.
Yeah, Tyrande finds out they're not on the Siege camp, which means they must be on the Bruiser camp. Aegir Bombs holding it down against the Diablo. Yrel winning that for free. Park sitting in the bush. Just not doing much, just passively soaking, not wanting to show where the Varian in just in case they want to scare somebody or spook somebody. Now 3 rotate. The dragon is up and available to get. Jaina Blizzard hitting 2 people, but no one's going to grab this Dragon Knight anytime soon. Raynor putting out a lot of poke damage.
I mean, also, Average Joe's has all of the leverage here. Both towers capped, and it looks like Varian's just a little bit too far out. The Yrel W goes out, and it looks like Varian is right about to fall, I think. Yeah.
He goes down, doesn't even have time to pick his level 4, which is...
Ooh,
There it is.
Twin Blade.
There it is.
See, I didn't think it was happening, but I guess so.
Really smart rotation from Average Joe's to move up and spook that Varian. Varian had no idea any of that was coming. They only had a fraction of a second to say missing. They didn't realize they weren't going to go for that dragon. Junkrat and Diablo actually having their own little solo lane down bot.
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting solo lane, but looks like Diablo's like about to start losing this.
Yeah, I mean, with the tap, it's a problem. But Deckard Cain going to throw a few pushes. Random Test taking a lot of minion damage there. Going into this Junkrat, maybe trying to debate him. And actually, with the Deckard Cain Diablo, it's enough to... Junkrat goes down.
Dunkrat?
Junkrat, yeah, exactly. Hero after my own heart. And here's the familiar sound of Twin Blades.
Oh. He's pushed out really far.
Yeah.
That's kind of worrying, but actually we see most of them on the map, except for the Merton, but he just showed, so...
Yeah, they're getting massive tower siege damage down nearby.
Yeah, most people on Average Joe's are seen by the side of Happy Accidents, and looks like they're going for a rotation down, trying to capture the point, and gank bush towards the tri bush.
Ooh, Blue Laguna expecting Diablo to come back in, doesn't hit the Stormbolt. Varian, meanwhile, just owns top rather.
Yeah,
Rainer's gonna make a move up, and Yrel gets a huge chunk onto Park 555 from the tower damage as well. Hazer is ready to make a move. If Varian steps up further, they're gonna make it now. They go in for the gank against Park, and Park has to give it up. They're gonna give up top. Let's see if Happy Accidents can grab bottom.
Yeah, double camps brought adds a little bit of additional pressure, and looks like Happy Accidents are postured around mid, looking for something. The Raynor comes down. They have to watch the bush, and Raynor's just a little bit out. The stun connects, but there's no tether. There it is, and now it looks like Raynor falls.
Beautiful follow-up from Frostman out of Tyrande, and Varian, now that Raynor has left the building, Varian is free to get top. All he wants, just sits there and AFK auto attacks and out-trades Yrel.
Yep, but it looks like it's about to get capped by Yrel, and they're gonna have to mid-pressure, but it looks like the side of Happy Accidents are bot trying to gank the Diablo. The bomb goes out, pushes Diablo into their team. Let's see if the tether comes out. The root comes out to try to disengage. A lot of the potions nuke on the Maiev, and now they get out with no casualties.
Yeah, it looked like Murden thought that Diablo had that no problem, or at least goes mid to stop them from capping the Dragon Knight. Yrel gets pushed off the point. That point now belongs to Happy Accidents. Murden trying to
I
make
thought
happen.
Diablo was dead.
Yeah, I think so did Murden.
Oh, but it looks like Mergen's the one out. Diablo doesn't get the stun, but pulls him back in. The leap goes out, and the root also does. Not connecting on much, but just giving them a slight positional advantage.
Yeah, you saw the Blizzard go down onto the Murden. If Jaina can't get her burst damage out on the target, all of it, then it's going to be a real tough kill for them. Murden escapes unscathed. Now, funny to me, Blue Laguna is now on the other end of missing Stormbolts.
Can you explain that to me?
You throw a Stormbolt out, and if you're bad, you miss it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No,
I thought
it's actually pretty hard. I mean, I'm sure he's just poking out, trying to get some stacks, but Blue Laguna was the one doing the easy dojis last game against the Murder from Average Joe's. Varian now 2v1ing here, just gonna auto attack AFK this wave to get some health. They send 3 up top, especially to deal with this Bruiser camp.
Yeah, they need to clear that.
They find the Rainer stuck out. Can they get the stun? The Maev tether comes down. The stun is there. Tirana stun misses, but it may not. Oh, the Tirana stun hits. He dies. He may still die anyway, but it looks like Rainer's out with the shotgun. Gonna push him away, and oh, that Tirana stun, if that hits and connects, Rainer is dead, but they escape, and 10s are here for both teams.
Wow, he just barely doesn't get out, but the Varian now getting caught out by the Diablo stun. The Root not hitting, but now they're in mage armor, and now the ults are coming out. Lightning Breath hits, the tether comes out, and it looks like the Rainer's just about to fall. Now it's going to be 3v4. The Diablo's harassing their backline. The Root goes for this disengage, and Ardent Defender as well. Taking tower shots, but nothing much happening past the Rainer kill, but that might give Happy Accidents just a little bit amount of leverage on this map to capture the dragon.
A big deal in that fight there. Jaina was not with the team. She was stuck bottom, so that fight was kind of doomed from the start, especially because Diablo's Lightning Breath did not get a lot of value.
I definitely agree, and it looks like this Dragon Knight's gonna go bot and maybe kill the Jaina.
Yeah, or at least, you know, breathe some fire onto Jaina. Oh, gets blown away. Just a little bit of fun there from Aegir Bombs. Everyone else kind of packing up. Now the 4-man begins to rotate in earnest. Maev and Yrel up top alone, because it's Varian that's in the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, the Dragon Knight taking not that much damage. It still has 30 seconds left, but the stun on the Murder not getting much, and Diablo just kind of gets kicked out of there.
Yeah, safe kick target. They're not getting a whole lot of structure damage from this.
Yeah, but it's enough to matter towards the late game. They're almost an entire level up, and Dragon Knight kicks Rainer away, and looks like they're pushing onto the fort.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of damage onto this Dragon Knight. It's not going to get much from this fort. It's going to expire. Varian will be stuck out. I don't think they're going to get a kill on the Varian. They're stunned just for good of fat measure, and they're out.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Maev was top, and that's very interesting because Maev should do extremely well in the 4-man if she were to be down there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it might have been a necessity for Varian to grab the DK. So
very true.
Ooh, just some really interesting vision battles going on in the Bermuda Triangle here mid. Ooh, Aegir Bombs might be in trouble. The stun. There's the flip. The mine is there in time before the DPS can show up, and Aegir Bombs is just fine.
Yeah,
yeah, he's just checking that camp.
Yeah, nothing too interesting happening, but see here's Happy Accidents is about half level up. They might be looking for an engagement on the Diablo here, and the stun doesn't go out.
Just, you know, passing by.
Yeah, just saying hi.
They bomb the siege giants into their towers. They get killed pretty quickly. They may try to fight over this camp. Varian is a long way away. They see Rainer mid. He's very close on rotations, but now that they see him, they're starting this camp bot.
Yeah, but it looks like Rainer's coming down. They're gonna have 13 fast enough. They're not gonna position on it fast enough, but they're gonna have the mage armor and might push on the bottom fort.
A little bit of indecision by Average Joe's. Junkrat moving mid distracted them long enough that they weren't really sure what to do except sit mid and kind of wait for something to happen, and that's a free camp for Happy Accidents.
Yeah, it gets cleared relatively fast, but what really matters in this map is denying it from the enemy, because if you get more than one kill, then you can get that double cam and wreak havoc on those forts.
That Murden just getting in Jaina's face, trying to push this out. Getting the stun, no damage to be found. Everybody's, oh, wow, big gank onto Varian. I didn't notice it. T-Tour's in the chat, everyone. That's a big kill up top.
Yeah, the huge wide rotate for that Varian. That gives them the top lane for quite a long time and gives them a lot of leverage on the map.
Yeah, it brings them actually a lot closer in experience as well. Looking at the ults, we didn't really get a chance to check them out exactly. The real decision to be made, Jaina goes Ring of Frost or Elemental. She goes Elemental, but there's a flip onto the Murden. He has to jump out. It's not interrupted. The stun from Tyrande to help peel onto the back line, but now Happy Axis has to hold bot. Junkrat fighting Urel for top. Nobody can cap the DK just yet. Junkrat gonna go mid to make sure nobody does on Accidents and Varian. Death timers are short enough he's able to make his way back up in very minimal amount of casualties for Happy Accidents after losing that Varian top.
Yeah, and it looks like top lane is being lost by the URL, and not much happening here. It looks like they're trying to get the DK, and it looks like it just barely doesn't go out. Owl hits, and it looks like they're going for a full-on engage emerge and getting really low, getting hit by the water elemental, but nothing much happening past that, and top gets lost.
Urel burned Ardent Defender to try and hold this point, to try and get the Dragon Knight, and it did not work out for them.
That was a very high-risk, high-reward play, but now it's going to be Average Joe's on the back pedal.
I would not be surprised to see if Varian rotate down bottom, and here he comes. Jaina, though, is in trouble. She goes down. Varian is here to help take the rest of the damage for getting the fight in. There's a big stun from Diablo against the wall. They're trying to get out of here. Here comes the Riptire all over the backline, but the Lightning Breath is out. Park is looking very low. Varian just AFK auto attacks. He doesn't survive long enough, and that's a one-for-one trade. Laguna stepping out. They have the DK, but they can't cap it. Random Task trying to get a throw. The Root is down, catches two, but there's no follow-up, and that's going to be it. 16-15. Urel moves top to make sure they can't grab the Dragon Knight, and they may decide, Happy Accidents, to move back in using their 16 advantage.
Yeah, it would be a 3v3 here, and that's not the ideal conditions for Miami. They might just decide to rotate down. Waiting Tribush gets the stun, gets another stun, gets the tether, and nothing much happens.
Yeah, that's an incredible amount of focus damage going in on a Twin Blades Varian. Who he actually did not go protected, by the way. He went Warbringer.
Yeah, Warbringer is usually the pick that's just chosen just for its additional ability to kind of help you survive in the map.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
And
I wonder if it was up. He might have been able to use it to escape to one of his allies.
Very possible, but then he would have had to stop auto-attacking.
Yeah, true. They do have a Jaina.
It's a dilemma for Varian.
Yeah, very true. But now levels are all evened up. Happy Exits had a short window at 16, but they were too dead to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and there isn't much happening other than clears.
Yeah. Both these teams playing this map very slowly. We've only had one Dragon Knight. Which honestly is a little bit more than you expect at level 12. And both teams doing a really good job with vision. No one really knows where the other team is.
Yeah, but the Junkrat getting pretty out. The mine should come out relatively soon. There it is, but I think he's still dead.
Oh, Junkrat almost makes it out with the mine. Doesn't get the angle quite right to get under his fort. Junkrat going down, but Twin Blades Varian pushing top hard. They're going to grab bottom bruisers on the side of Average Joe's, and it's going to be a bruiser fight.
Yeah, but this is the double camp. This is the double camp team's fear, because once you have that, you have so much push potential, and it doesn't matter how you counter push because you have so much structure damage.
Yeah, Urel, I think, made an early Ardent Defender there, burned now for 120 seconds. That's going to be real tough. They destroy the fort first, though. They've got the Siege Giants in their favor.
Yeah, and it's an incredibly wide rotate, and the wall is also going to fall, and now they still have the mage armor. This is dreadful for a Happy Accidents.
They're leaving Varian to push, which honestly might push almost as well as the rest of their team. They've got the defense. Urel not being shown. There's the Warden's Cage. Could they find some kills out of it? They got the Riptire hitting everybody. The Lightning Breath is out to discourage. Deckard Cain getting so low. Diablo finally finds the kill over. The rest of the team is in the back line, and they survived long enough to get some more kills. Apparition is going to go down. Blue Laguna might be next. Park finally came back to throw some twin blades at it, and I don't know that the trade was worth it. You have the Bruiser camp up top. It's not even done with the walls yet, and the keep now at, I think, 66% health?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, that Bruiser camp almost dead, too. The trade is in favor of Average Joe's.
Yeah, and on top of that, they get the 2 kills, which give them a little bit more map pressure than Happy Accidents.
Yeah, they're looking to really make it happen. The stun just barely interrupts that shadow charge. Blue Laguna could have well been dead had that Q not come out. Huge plays.
Big push bot right now with the siege camp, and the damage immediately looks like they're just really going for the keep. Bavarians postured for a fight here.
Yeah, free keep, I think. Burden might die for it. There's a long dwarf toss, but it runs right into a Yrel hammer, putting him back into danger. He gets into the Decker group and is going to get out safe. And that, I think, with the lightning breath, yeah, he's focusing it on the keep. Probably going to finish the rest of it off, but they're looking to make a case to push them off of it. Here comes the Riptire out. It's going to hit a bunch of the Ardent Defender now out. Jaina throwing damage down. Blue Laguna looking in trouble. Dwarf Toss is out. Random Task getting chunked out. There's no more ults left on the side of Average Joe's. Random Task continuing to get poked out. There's the stun. Random Task gets a big heal in the middle of it. He has to Hellgate out. They've reached 20. And the 20 advantage is turning the fight.
Yeah, that level 20 saved the Diablo and allows them to push in. The Varian's now getting rooted, and he's the one getting dead. But now the Jaina is really low. Ice Block gets popped. Murden might just very much get the kill, but doesn't because the Diablo's on. And now Murden's the one to pay the price. And let's see if the Toronto can and the Junkrat can get out. And this very much might be game.
Yeah, if at the very least they can go top, grab the Dragon Knight, and just end core, but they're looking to end it right now. Random Task trying to find a kill on Aegir Bombs. Doesn't have the flip, but here's the damage going on to the core. I think they can do it.
Yeah, I think very much they can do it with 30-second timers on my and already the shields down. This is game.
Yeah, core is toast, and Average Joe's come back, tying it up 1-1 in this best of 3 here for the Division A East quarterfinals.
Yeah, very intense game there. That was a back and forth. In the early game, it looked like Joes were gonna win. Then Accidents gets a huge lead in getting the Dragon Knight. Doesn't get much done, and then Joes just says, hey, if you're not gonna do anything with the Dragon Knight, we're just gonna win the game.
Yeah. So some good macro play coming out from them, along with recognizing that their 20s are up. Kids at home, if you're watching, make sure you pick your 20 immediately. And I want to also point out, TadMG on Jaina completed her Icebot quest during that fight, and that actually saved her life.
Yeah, but I don't know how much of an impact that would have had on core, but still, it's enough to matter.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and we're gonna find out where Happy Accidents wants to take us, or if they want first pick. So, hold. I'm gonna go and grab that. And I don't know, like, if you're Happy Accidents, that's a rough game for you. Pick Dragon Knight, and they come back to win it. They kind of get outbuttoned there at the end. It's actually interesting. Both of the games tonight has been won off of the 20 fight. The losing team decided to fight in the 20, and they lost, and that was it.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Accidents up for first pick, which seems to be the flavor for today. So we're going to wait for the map pick coming out from Average Joe's. Oh, I got to update the score here.
Yeah, it might be kind of important.
Yeah. Right, Dragonshire map number 2. We're going to see what the third map is going to be. This is the first game 3 I've gotten to cast this week for the playoffs in this season of NGS.
Really? 2 O's all time?
Yeah. Well, one was a forfeit, to be fair.
Oh, okay. But what were the chances of that being a 2-0?
Oh yeah, no. And the seed differential is pretty big. Happy Accidents is 2 seed, and Average Joe's is number 7 seed.
Yeah.
What I want to now that map pick is Average Joe's, where do you think they're going to take us?
I don't know. I really like the microplay on the side of Average Joe's, and I would consider something like Infernal, something kind of like Sky Temple, something where you can force fights, or maybe even Towers of Doom.
I like Sky Temple and Towers a lot, and I like Sky Temple because I think the playstyle of that map is very similar to how we saw Average Joe's play this map. They played it very macro heavy, and when they had to fight, when they had an advantage, they were able to take advantage of those fights. And I don't think they go Infernal, but the other option, Towers of Doom, is in fact where we're headed.
There it is. And now I'm waiting for the Abathur. That's going to get banned.
Yeah. now they got to choose all their different bands: Abathur, Kerrigan, and Zuli, possibly.
There are so many bands here, and we're just gonna have to see how this draft turns out.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get everybody invited to the lobby. Let's swap all the teams here.
Joined you.
Oh, you did. Excellent. Excellent. All right, but we're gonna see if first pick really gives them the advantage that they were looking for. Whoops. Boy, this is just making all kinds of crazy mistakes. Everybody is everywhere. People are all over the map. People are on the wrong teams. It's absolute chaos. Okay,
Well,
I think I have everybody where they... Oop, no, I don't.
it happens. It's just the life of a organizer.
Oh, Bobo, thank you so much for the 6-month resub. I really appreciate that. I am a suave chevalier. I have to look that word up now. So thank you for giving me a piece of homework for today. I appreciate this. All right, we got some kibitzing in the chat, but we're going to get ready for Towers of Doom. And, man, I don't know, like... I mean, I don't know that Zul Tank is an option here, but I could see Uther Tank, I could see Maiev Tank, I could see just double support, too.
I could see it, and I could see some crazy things coming out on this map of all things.
Oh, yeah. I want to see some crazy stuff. This is Game 3. Everything is on the line for both of these teams. One map is going to decide it, and it is the most exciting map available to this.
Yeah.
And both teams are now ready. We're going to do this.
And you know what I want to see? I want to see a dive comp from Average Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would perform that extraordinarily well, and it fits on this map.
Yeah, I think that's what they wanted to do on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and I think it fits this map a lot better than on Tomb.
I definitely agree, and I hope they go for it again because I know they can execute it.
It's true. Tirana Murden again in that first and second slot for them could be really good.
Sorry, I gotta meme around a little bit, just a little bit.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, and then they were thinking real hard about this first ban. They don't want the Diablo. They let it through. It really did cause a ruckus for them. That lightning breath, once it hit its mark, was a big problem.
So I'm no longer the 6th, and I'm sad.
Okay, I'm sorry you've been demoted. We're here for you in this trying time.
That's okay. I liked it better here with you, Ghost.
Could I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Yes, you can.
Beautiful. All right, we've got the Abathur band out. Excuse me. They've been repeatedly banning the Zul. I don't think they do it again here, do they?
Yeah. On Towers of Doom, it's a little bit of a stretch. It can be done.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad. But it's not as good.
I say let it through. Bait him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I say let him have it on this map. Honestly,
I agree.
You draft a cleanse. You draft.
Or you just Brightwing.
Yeah, well, Brightwing's a little tougher. Although her cleanse now, it's no longer a pre-cleanse like it was on PTR, but with the dual route, it's pretty obvious when it's going to land. There's the Kerrigan band. So there it is again. Abathur, Kerrigan, Zul. Now and the Diablo band as an ad. Now I want to see what Happy Accident's plan is here.
Yeah, I wanted to see what these guys pick, and it really all depends on what they choose first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that doesn't really show very much, to be honest, but that's okay.
Urel, a comfort pick for Happy Accidents. Worked out very well for them first game. They didn't have it the second game, and I wonder how much that contributed to their loss.
Yeah, maybe a lot. Urel's highly contested in pro scene, but almost never banned because she kind of has some counters that can be chosen. Cough, cough, and Nubarak, but that's okay.
Oh, going for the global this time. They grab the Deckard immediately as well. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Deckard's also high priority, and now it looks like the Murden Tyrande?
Yeah. Now it's on their side. Now they got the dive count.
I think it's Murden Tyrande, but...
Yeah. I mean, Tyrande worked very well for them in the instances where she was able to get off the stun. They instead go for the white main.
That's okay, White Mane is just as good, and now all supports are picked and both offlaners are picked.
Oh, a Chevalier is a knight. A chivalrous man. I see. Thank you so much, Basil. My dad with the medieval history knowledge. But Whitemane, that's where the cat is, I guess. That's Whitemane's cat. I didn't realize that. Oh, they don't want to deal with the Junkrat anymore.
Understandable.
Yeah, so
it's very annoying to play into.
Yeah, and probably doesn't fit into their plan either.
Very much.
I don't know what this last bit is. Oh, the Sergeant
Hammer.
I think that's smart. Just taking that kind of play off the board, forcing Average Joe's to play a little bit more standard.
I definitely agree, but we'll see what they pick. Genji is still up, as well as Maiev, so we could see those picks coming out, but they still need their tank. So Diablo isn't up, however, you have things like Girash or Joe that can kind of just wreak havoc in the backline and semi-counter to you out. But also, a new Brack.
Genji Jaina. So, Dahaka, Yolanda, Deckard, CC, Dahaka Tung, Genji, Jaina. That's a pretty good blow-up comp for Average Joe's, so I think it's more of what you wanted.
Yeah, I really do like this, and getting one stun means everything. I think the tank pick is Girash here. It works extremely well. That or a new Brack, but,
Yeah.
you know, how likely is that to be picked?
Yeah, I mean, you probably have got the X strike here, so can't really cocoon. I mean, they'd already have their front line, so Nubrak would be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But Rainer Li Ming, very, very deadly.
Yeah, if Genji doesn't play this correctly, he'll just die.
Yeah, but if he plays it correctly, those two are such squishy targets. Rainer does have that armor, and stacking armor on Rainer with the Scarlet Aegis is going to allow him to survive a lot.
I definitely agree.
Oh my god, like Urel with the white main, the armor stacking is just through the roof. You just give everybody you give everybody a hardened shield.
That is insane if they can execute it properly,
Right.
but the early game most likely will go to Average Joe's.
Oh yeah, very, very easily. In fact, there's so much poke on the side of the Happy Accidents.
Yeah. It just worries me because Average Joe's has the potential to kill almost anyone towards the early game.
Alright, moving into the game. Looking at Happy Accidents, this is all about poke. It's all about getting that one stun and getting the Leeming follow-up as Rainer peppers them throughout the fight. White main for the save. You've got the peel from Urel. A very solid comp from Happy Accidents, but on the side of Average Joe's, very, very deadly. You throw Garrosh into their team and they are done for.
Yeah, just any mistake anywhere just couldn't mean detriment for either of these teams.
Yeah, but we're going to get into the game, and on the side of the Raven Lord, we've got Happy Accidents with Park 555 and Urel. Blue Laguna playing Murden, Frostwind on the White Mane, excellent skin by the way, Apparition on the Li Ming, and Agerbombs playing the Rainer.
Yeah, and on the side of Average Joe's, we have Random Task on the Girash, TJ303 on the Deckard, Hazers on the Genji, Vemax on the Dahaka, and Tad MG on the Jaina.
We have a spray party promised mid. We're going to find out if that's a reality. Rainer holding that level 1 talent. Not sure what he's going to go here. And does go for ace in the hole. There's a good spray. I like it. Not much of a party.
Yeah, it's more of a, like,
I mean, it's go time, you know? It's last game, game 3, Blue Laguna waiting in the wings.
Yeah, we can see him going out, looking for his stacks, but now he's kind of out. Garrosh going for a wide rotate, about to get the stun and throw, and
yeah, nothing happening. penetration round from Raynor, pushing him away and not allowing the throw to happen. But Yrel bodying this Dahaka top.
Oh, yeah, really badly, and it looks like Genji's gonna go mid and just soak, and this is just average gameplay at early game.
As you said, Happy Accents respecting the early game of average shows.
Yeah. And it looks like camps are up. Neither team gets on it right away, but Jane is looking to posture onto that. And with Jaina, you have an insane amount of camp clear, and what that allows you to do is get your camp much faster and posture towards that bottom area. And it looks like Murden gets tossed, and now he's taking a good amount of damage. But I mean, let's really think about this. He's Murden.
Yeah, he's going to be fine. However, Garrosh pushing in might steal this camp.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but Murden's looking for something on the back lane. He still has his jump, but Garrosh is right there, might go for the throw, and it looks like it's going to be a 4v3. Jaina isn't with them, and that might be a big deal. Garrosh goes to throw out, Murden jumps in. The root happens on the Murden, but looks like the Haka is going to dig down, and this is going to be a huge fight. The white man extremely low, and almost getting the kill. Let's see if the Swift Strike can just barely come out, but just not.
Not happening. They average Joes got the 5v4 with the Jaina rotate and the Dahaka. Park might be in trouble. Everyone rotating now on Yrel. There's the throw and the stun. Doesn't quite get the throw where he wanted it, and that's going to allow Yrel to survive.
Yeah, and now most people on the sides of average Joe's relatively chunked and low in mana. They're gonna have to reset before the next phase, but that's okay. They might be going for something bot. The 4-man rotation Leeming is late. They might be able to get the kill here. Potentially, no.
Decker's slow, almost gets him. However, average Joes do get this bottom bottom wall from having both of those pumpkins.
Yep, and that in the end of the day is quite huge because those pumpkins do a lot of damage.
They're going to split up, possibly have a gentleman split at the top two and fight over bottom. The penetration round and stun comes out, getting a lot of potion on the Garrosh, but he's Garrosh and Deckard Cain just going to keep feeding him potions. He'll be fine. However, Murden forces him out, does have to back up. Here's a Swift Strike onto Raynor, throws out the Adrenaline Rush immediately. Blue Laguna jumps into a stun, but no problem there. That allows Park to channel. Dahaka is up, bot is going to burrow down if they need him. Instead, it looks like they may just decide to poke at them.
Yeah, white man pretty far on the channel, but it looks like they're just gonna be able to. Average is just gonna be able to disengage, but Garrosh is really low. Dahaka tongue on the Raynor. That's gonna be a ton of damage going out, but white man being white man is channeling the altar and almost. And now this is a plain 5v5 fight with Garrosh pretty low on mana.
That fight or flight talent from Raynor gave him 10 seconds off of the cooldown on Adrenaline Rush. That allowed Murden to survive there. I'm sure it just came out. Random Task gets chunked out. He is in danger. The White Mane and Li Ming damage come out. The resets were there, but they had all retreated. A quick kill for Happy Accents. A good start for them.
Yeah, but now they're pushing on the camp, trying to get a little bit of advantageous position in this bottom lane, and it looks like they're just going to be able to get it really fast.
So much XP available for Happy Accidents, top and mid. Let's see if they can grab that. You really see the Dahaka global advantage gives them a lot of options on this map.
I definitely agree, and globals on most maps gives you a lot of flexibility in where your team can posture in the map and helps you in the micro side of things a lot.
Yeah, Murden scouting out, giving a lot of space for the rest of this team to be able to finish the pumpkin cap, and 2 pumpkins will be theirs. However, they have a lot of damage on the fort on the side of Happy Accidents.
Yeah, Happy Accidents has a decent amount of damage, and if they can get that wall, that pumpkin camp can get a lot of damage, but looks like they're posturing to look for an engagement. Genji's standing in the wings and gets stunned out. Nothing much happening, but Murden being really chunked out. He's gonna have to use his jump, and there it goes, and nothing too much happening, but it looks like the camp is gonna get cleared for free on the side of average shows.
Yeah, it gave them a lot of space to clear out these pumpkins before they got any real damage done to this bot wall. So good on from them, but Li Ming is soaking up top, and that's gonna give a half-level lead over to Happy Accidents.
Yeah, most of the soak being missed by average shows, that might actually mean a lot towards the later game.
Yeah, Urel is pushing so hard into Haka that they can just double soak, and the soak advantage really belonging to Happy Accidents.
Yeah, but this fight's about to be a 4v5. The Hawk's gonna have to dig down soon. Waymain on the channel, no interrupt yet. Jaina goes for the interrupt, and now Gyosh is the center of attention, but looks like Urel's pushing for an engage, goes in on the Jaina to zone them out, and Waymain's about halfway channeling. Dog is about to come in. Gyosh super low, the reset about to come out. There it is, and now the Dog is about to go down, about half health, and it looks like he doesn't have his D up, and no burrow. He does it, and it looks like Leeming's about to get so much more damage off, and now it's a 4v5. They choose to engage, but no, it looks like Murden's just gonna go for the channel.
Yeah, I think that Dahaka dig was a little bit late. That team fight was well started before Dahaka was able to get any XP, and that XP deficit probably put it into the mind of Dahaka, like, oh, we need to get XP, and we need to get it fast, and that allowed average shows to lose that team fight.
I definitely agree, but now they're behind about a little bit less than a level, and now this is a huge worry because the second you get 10s, you have so much pressure on the map. You can get both the pumpkin camps, and then you can push out bot lane getting that fort, and that means a huge deal because once you open that pathway to the core, it's a huge disadvantage.
Happy Accidents just kind of hanging out and getting some poke out, trying to get to level 10. With that, I have to imagine that they're going to grab that pumpkin camp mid. Surprised that average shows aren't grabbing it now.
Yeah, but now it looks like Happy Accidents gets level 10. Let's see what they do with this.
Instead, they're waiting, I think, for Urel to make a full rotate. They may try to make something happen with a full 5-man push.
Yeah, and that would be quite smart. It looks like Average Joe still has half a level until they can actually get level 10s, and they're looking for an engagement, but Average Joe isn't letting them.
They're just invading. They decide not to invade the camp. They try to bait them out, but it doesn't work, and that's it for the 10 advantage for Happy Accidents.
Yeah, nothing much happening in that phase, and it looks like they're going to, both teams are going to get their camps, and the next altar is going to spawn 10 versus 10s. Let's see what happens in this fight.
Yeah, what looked like a Happy Accidents advantage turned into pretty much an even situation.
To keep in mind, they are significantly ahead in core damage, and that might mean the difference.
Oh yeah, that's something that always has to happen. But there's a taunt going onto the Rainer, a throw to follow it up, but Random Test taking a lot of damage. But Rainer finally gets the blow up from the Jaina and the Genji. Blue Laguna jumps out, gonna make it and survive. The Deckard Cain healing happens. Blue Laguna might get rooted, the stun up, but it's not enough. Murden goes down. The Mountain King is in pieces, and Average Joe's starting to make a comeback, and they do it 4v5.
Yeah, that was an insane fight. The Honka didn't even have to come down, and they still won. A significant advantage for Average Joe's, and this is where they're gonna snowball the game. Because look at bottom fort, it's almost dead.
Yeah, they don't have to go through a wall to make anything happen. They've got so much damage from the Jaina as well as the Genji. It's putting a lot of siege damage out. I don't quite get the fort, but this fort is theirs at basically any time.
Yeah, I agree, and the second the next altar phase comes up, that's gonna happen, but it looks like they're going for the engage. Let's see if the stun connects, and nope, it looks like Murder's gonna be thrown into there, taking a ton of chunk damage, and a lot of cooldowns going out, and nothing really happening in Dahaka. The value top lane is going to be huge.
Yeah, they're spending a lot of missing resources, missing those waves, trying to make something happen in one of these team fights. The XP now is evened out on both sides. Urel finally making her way back to the off lane. Murden just anchoring, and nothing really going on, but you know, you need to think about XP at this point.
Yeah, at this point, the literal amount of XP you can get can mean the difference between winning a fight and not winning a fight. I mean, look at the last Dragon Share game. That just pick on the level 20 saved them in the end, and it looks like they're going for the throw on the Rainer, and the taunt goes out, and the damage is just too much. The Rainer almost dead. The White Mane ult not saving them, but now White Mane's gonna be the center of attention. Gets killed by the water elemental, and it looks like Murden might just be able to get out. The fort is just so low, they might be able to dive him, but the chug goes out, and Avatar is just too strong.
Yeah, Avatar is too strong, but they do lose two members. An amazing play there coming out from Average Joe's. They get the two-man taunt, and the Jaina damage along with the Lornado is enough to obliterate 2 members of Happy Accidents.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And now Happy Accidents is the one to come back. They're the one on the back pedal and the one that is looking for a fight.
You know where they are. You know that they're on this camp, but they need to get that fort. Blue Laguna making sure that the invade doesn't happen to them as they see 4 members by the fort trying to take it back. They're trying to run it down against this Murden. I don't know if they have the turnaround. Yeah, instead they move in, they steal the pumpkins, and this fort is too much distraction. And the siege damage to the side of Happy Accidents kind of rough.
Yeah, there's a lot of pumpkins coming right away, and then the root goes on the garage, probably saving the Murden right about there. And it looks like Urel's actually posturing for something, and this might be huge.
It could be huge, but those pumpkins are looking to be pushed in, and it's very difficult for Happy Accidents to make any kind of move here. The taunt comes out onto Murden, the avatar is popped. No, it's not. Oh, I thought he looked like he grew bigger, but I think it was just a different effect. They're jumping in there. They're trying to get these pumpkins. And everyone taking so much tight damage. Whiteman gets poked out. And there's 2 pumpkins get through. But everyone else in Happy Accidents looking so low. Everyone on the side of Average Joe's is so healthy. They're just dominating this game.
That is insane. They were behind early game by so many shots and a good amount of XP, and now they're entire level up and are about to grab 2 altars with 1 fort captured.
Yeah, that's going to be 10 more points going over. It's going to be 15 to 18 after this, unless they can kill this fort. Gleaming trying to poke it up at random task, not letting that happen. Genji moves to go capture bottom. Dahaka thinking about interrupting Park and probably going to be successful after as Jaina grabs their own. They may get all 3 here.
Yeah, this might be insane, and it looks like 3 are distracted with bot trying to get that, but why does that matter if top lane is about to be a 2v2 right now? Whiteman comes here. I'm pretty sure they win the 2v2 in this situation, but everybody is rotating up. This is going to be a huge fight. Happy Accidents has to force a fight right here. 16s are right around the corner. It looks like Garrosh is right positioned. So much damage on the Garrosh. He's at quarter health, but now Deckard is being the center of attention. The isolation goes out to try to save him, and now it's the turnaround. 16s are almost there. Ardent Defender just barely goes out. Whiteman out. Whiteman also going out, but Urel gets burned, and now this is 16s up 5v4. They're not going to be able to capture. Let's see how much damage is going to be done here. The Leeming not getting that much done in terms of health damage, and I don't think poke is enough. Then another 4 shots going to the side of Average Joe's, and now
the poke just isn't working for Happy Accidents. They get the 4 shots instead of the extra 5, but it's now 11 to 21. It's soon to be 7 to 21 in favor of Average Joe's. And man, Average Joe's, you should see my face. I was pog champing pretty hard there as they get the 4v5 kill onto the Urel. Urel gets the Ardent Defender out, leaps into the enemy, and they just turn on her. And the rest of Happy Accidents weren't able to make the turnaround.
Yeah, that's just absolutely insane. They were so behind. Average Joe's, I thought they were going to lose this game, and now they have a significant advantage. I mean, Leeming is doing a lot of damage. I just see it in the fights, but it's not enough to pull its weight.
Yeah, I think for Happy Accidents, though, if you're them, you take consolation in the fact that you're only half a level behind. And Boss is off the map. You might find yourself with a Haka kill. FE Max maybe feeling a little bit complacent. I don't know if they can burn through his health bar fast enough. The stuns are there. The roots are out. The burrow is in to give him another health bar, but it's not enough.
Yeah, but now we see in the bot lane, there is about to be 4 there, and that kill might have been traded for a fort.
Yeah, they're pushing in pretty hard. Oh, and the altar pops to even make it more complicated, and they're back up instead of pushing onto this fort, so it's not going to be in trouble. Oh, they thought they moved back up. They thought that Happy Accidents was going to rotate through mid, but instead Happy Accidents rotates safely.
Yeah, Haka actually will be up pretty much on par with his objective, but it looks like Average Joe's is not going to risk anything, keep their half a level lead, and try to get advantages other places.
I don't know if you guys could hear it through my mic, but a thunderstorm just started here for this epic game on Towers of Doom, and Average Joe's just giving it up. I like that.
The stun going out, the Unstoppable also going out. Lornado getting the zone and saving the Garrosh. I think if it weren't for that Decker, Garrosh would be dead meat right now.
Yeah. Average Joe's looking to get what they can on the map, trying to force pressure all around the map, maintain their lead, but there's a jump onto Random Task. Do they have the tower dive to kill this Garrosh? He's the focus, gets the root down from the white main. The burst is not quite enough. The Deckard Kane Shields is saving him. Now the target is Jaina. Tad backing up. Urel jumping way out again. Murden gonna join. The jumping bros are there. The Leeming Orb is there. The resets are in. Can they make it happen on Random Task? Gets down to 100 health again. The taunt is out. He goes down. Doesn't quite get Murden into the kill zone. And there's a 2 for nothing for Happy Accidents.
Yeah, and it looks like this fort is also going to be captured. And Genji's just pushing top.
Yeah, they
Minding his own
tried
business.
Yeah, they try to trade out there. They lose 2 people, and that's 40 seconds without a Garrosh. I don't know if that's worth the fort top. It might be.
Yeah. It looks like they're not responding to him top, so it looks like that fort should be taken.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to give up forts, you might as well keep the bottom one, you know?
Very true. It's just a better trade, but it looks like they're not going to defend the pumpkin sappers and opt
I
for
think it's
a
a
position
mistake.
towards up
Oh,
here.
no, never mind. The altars are up, and it's lucky for them. It's 2 top. So the move here now makes sense with that. And now they actually are going to just burn right through this fort.
Yeah, that is so much damage, and their map control is insane. This is a back and forth game, and now those towers only worth 2 on the side of Average Joe's, and it looks like they're going for the engagement on the Murden. Him getting slowed, but not much happening in that regard.
Long dwarf jump. The long dwarf jump. The Dahaka has to deal with 1 more pumpkin before he can even think about joining this fight. They're going to get very aggressive. They're sending Urel to cap their own, trying to maybe interrupt. The wave of force comes out to interrupt the Jaina. The root goes down onto Murden. No follow-up possible. Jaina will get the channel. They're going to trade out, which is in favor of Average Joe's. However, they still have 4 forts, and they can get back their own pretty soon.
Yeah, insane amount of game here. This is so close, and it looks like the stun looking to be on the Genji, just barely not going.
Yeah, they almost had that, but the DPS was not there to back it up. And the Murden stun, I don't think, landed. That mid fort's going to go over to Average Joe's. This mid fort easily defendable for most teams. Rainer's going to get the camp solo, while Average Joe sets up camp here.
Yeah, Average Joe's also, keep in mind, are level 20, so this is their time to push their advantage about half a level until the other team, Happy Accident, yeah, that's their team, catches up to Average Joe's.
Yeah, here we are again with a 19-20 dilemma. Let's see if this Happy Accidents has learned.
Yeah, I mean, considering, like, this is quite aggressive positioning, especially being down half a level, and looks like they're just gonna try to get something.
As soon as the minions get under fort, expect Average Joe's to just rush at them. Oh, they're
Yeah, I
actually
agree.
able to clear the minions out, and they maintain the advantage they have sitting underneath their tower.
Yeah, if I were Happy Accidents, I would be scared out of my mind here, because this is a situation where you lose the game or you lose the game.
It could be checkmate for them. You've got an altar defend, but you also have boss, and now Average Joe's looking to maybe move top and grab boss. Instead, they turn around. Garrosh is all alone, and he goes down.
That might be enough to save the game. Murden can go up and watch the boss while everybody else defends on the bottom, but it looks like Average Joe's is gonna get neither.
Oh, a bit of an indecision, I think, from Average Joe's there makes a big problem for them. Genji's stuck out. He's got the jump. He's got the protect, by the way, but it's not enough.
Wow.
A huge Li Ming damage comes through, and Genji goes down. Average Joe's are in trouble, and Happy Accidents just might be able to turn this. Come on, Park, step into the kill zone when you turn Ardent on.
I know. You just gotta get that healing, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, but this game is back and forth, and now it's a 4 versus 8 with Sappers on the bot lane.
It's about to be 4v4.
Oh yeah, because of boss. This is match point.
This is Towers of Doom. This is pod racing, my friends.
This next phase can decide this entire set. This next altar phase decides who wins and who loses. And
yeah, it's a single altar, and I think, do you grab your own fort because you want that 4 shots to be able to win the game?
Yeah, I think you have to get that. There's no way to play aggressively here. Oh, looks like they're just gonna go
There
straight
it
for it.
is.
They might have the bird for it potentially, and it's already at a quarter health. This might be enough, and half health. There isn't no way where Average Joe's can push it into this, and yeah, actually this is for free, and Urel's gonna
just
push
barely
the
get
top.
it. Urel's in trouble. She gets the Murden's in trouble. Gets the unstoppable. Backs out. Luna steps back, maybe just to give them a check. And the question is, do you try to win the fight, or do you try and take back a fort? And I don't think they can take back a fort. They've got to fight.
Yeah. You have to fight here, and it looks like it's being really aggressive.
Oh!
The burn on the garage, but the root's coming out. Both Unstoppables coming out, and it looks like the Ancient Blessing is gonna come, but it's not enough damage. Genji and Jaina might have to clutch this out, but it looks like channeling is starting by Jimmy. The cube goes out. The blink by the Jaina going in, plaking a haymaker play, but it looks like Jaina pops Ice Block. Not much happening, but it looks like Reina is taking a bunch of damage. Jaina falls, and this.
Yeah, the
This
resets are
game.
here, boys, and everybody is falling down. That is going to be it for Average Joe's. They almost make it through. They come within 4 shots of winning this game, but a team wipe confirms the win here for Happy Accidents as they move on in the bracket in Division A East. An amazing battle from both of these teams, and that was very well played. Towers of Doom does not disappoint.
That was an epic game full of back and forth. Both of these teams showing why they're both evenly skilled. All games were back and forth. One side would take the advantage, then the other side would say, "Hey, I'm gonna take that," and then it was a back and forth game, all three, and it was so exciting to watch.
That was absolutely wonderful. We're gonna see if we can get the captain of Happy Accidents in here. Get a little bit of an interview, see what they were thinking on this map. Yeah, we got Park555 has answered the call. He will be on if he's not already. He's gonna be joining us here in the lobby. Very excited. Hello, Park555. Welcome. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory over Average Joe's. How you feeling?
Stressed.
Yeah, that's Towers of Doom for you.
Yeah.
What was your guys? There was an interesting call you guys had to make at the very end. Boss was up, and Alter was going to be coming up very soon, and either one of those things would have made a checkmate for you guys. You get the garage kill, but before that, they could have gone boss and they could have gone for towers. They thought about both of them. What were you guys talking about in comms?
We were like, defend both. We had a split setup and then random fed, and we're like, okay, then split. We got this. No problem.
All right, and that the garage kill really looked like the nail in the coffin for that game. But they did have one more fight before the end. How did you guys approach that final fight?
That's a good question. It was a lot of shouting in the microphone.
Okay.
It was a lot of backup. It was a lot of just yelling on targets.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say more than that because I don't honestly remember. It was too stressful.
Fair enough. Now
so,
yeah.
You
guys got blown up pretty handily in the mid game there. What was your plan to come back on the map?
I mean, most of it was just get even talent tiers, then, after that, kill people. We had a lot of blow up ourselves. It just took longer to get online.
Mm-hmm.
But, we still had a team fight comp. The problem was that we were just getting picked out when we didn't need to fight, which Droz likes to run a lot of Deathball style compositions, so we probably should have, seen that coming and been more wary about it, but we weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a white main Urel who is one of the most busted armor stacking things in the game.
Yeah.
So it's we're like, look, so long as we have 5v5s, we'll never die. But then we didn't have 5v5s, we had 4v4s instead, and so then we died.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You got any questions on the Towers of Doom game, Sean?
Ooh, I'm curious about the Zool ban.
Well, okay, so there's a lot of history between Random Task and me, alright? To say the
I
least.
knew it.
So, there's been a lot of Zool main tank has been the new hot, basically. It's the new hotness talk and in the talk of the town right now since Octalysis ran it, and it's just a lot of people are experimenting with it, and we basically said, all right, pound for pound, we're probably a better team than them. We just can't get cheesed, and we can't get approached by things we don't know how to play against. So we're just going to ban out things that are more difficult to play against. So that's basically where that came from.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Now, looking at the Dragonshire game, you guys was a little bit tougher for you guys. You lost at the very end there. Did that level 20 sneak up on you there, the final fight?
It did. I also think that we were just way too greedy that entire game. Like myself included in that. It was honestly, it was mostly just us not playing to our win condition, I think, because again, Joe's drafted Death Ball and we just fed the Death Ball instead of just trying to run around the map and do nonsense. Which is kind of a problem. There's sort of a natural mentality to always just want to take on the Death Ball when there's a Death Ball. It's like, oh, they're stacked as 4 and just push a good lane. Okay, everybody go to that lane and then let's try to fight them. That's just a very natural mentality when it was really just honestly, we just got picked off a lot. We had we were running a 1-3-1 and it was mostly just us getting kills in isolation, which ended up meaning that we were the ones who had to run around the map responding to them instead of vice versa. When you're running a 1-4 against a 1-3-1, usually it's the 4-man that's trying to keep up. But they just got so many isolated picks because we were just being too greedy and stepping too far out and not respecting their kill potential.
Yeah, I mean, I want to ask you about the Varian Twin Blades. I mean, one of the reasons at least was obvious. You just AFK'd auto-attacked Urel, right? You right-click on Urel and you just let your hands go from the keyboard. But what else did that bring to you guys in team fights? And why not go protected, by the way, at 10?
So the reason you pick Windblades is honestly just to right-click Urel.
Okay.
That's basically it. You get a winning match up top, then they need to respond to top. They will never be able to cap it unless they rotate somebody up there. And
yes, they did.
so long as the key part is that so long as you don't feed, it actually works out pretty well because it means that they are responding to you on Dragonshire, and if they're rotating somebody up in order to take top back, it means that you can either get bot, rotate for pick, steal camps, and do that kind of crap. That's literally the only reason. It's kind of the same reason why Rexar is a lot of times picked on the map. Rexar doesn't contribute to fights very much. All he really does is that he's just so hard to deal with.
Gotcha.
And that's more or less the same thing. Windblades in fights is interesting. It can be very problematic so long as you can get on backliners and so long as you are the ones pressing into the fight. But a lot of times that wasn't happening, and they had a better team fight composition. Like I'm not going to deny that. The reason I didn't go protected is that honestly it doesn't help unless you're taking 5v5 team fights and getting blown up, which is what happened, which is what we shouldn't have been doing. Otherwise, taking Warbringer is honestly just much better for small skirmishes. You can combine it with Juggernaut as well at 13, which is what I did, and it just adds even more. It just adds an extra bit of burst and an extra bit of sustained damage to his kit. It also provides an escape, which is much more useful when you're doing small skirmishes.
Okay. I think my last question is on Tomb of the Spider Queen. I was a little surprised. You guys had a decent composition as far as clearing lanes go, but Junkrat and Raynor together as your DPS. Riptire is pretty much your only burst at that point. Was that difficult to deal with? I mean, obviously you won the game, so things worked out there.
Well, Tomb of the Spider Queen isn't really a team fighting map, so the lack of a finisher is like a problem, but it's not like we had no finisher. Riptire is still decent. We had Urel, who could also serve somewhat as a finisher. It was, and like, we weren't trying to necessarily like jump on one guy and murder them, and if we were, we had Garrosh CC for that, and usually you don't really need a finisher if you're throwing a target into your team. But otherwise, I would agree with you.
Okay. Awesome. Sean, you got any questions about the other games?
Ooh, not particularly. I can't think of any questions at the top of my head.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it from us as far as questions. Park, the floor is yours to give shout outs, maybe throw Random Task under the bus again.
Shout out for Random Task. Thanks for feeding on the Towers of Doom game. It let us get the win.
Oh,
And I'm allowed to say that because he's been trash talking me. Okay,
yeah.
just me. We're friends. It's fine.
I know. Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Epic Zors and Cavalier Guest in the Nexus Schoolhouse. You guys are great. You've taught me much of what I know. Shout out to the team for clutching it out there. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Park 555. Is it Park? Do I need to include the numbers?
I don't care.
Is that important to you? I don't know what I'm saying. All right. Thank you so much for coming by. Congratulations once again on your 2-1 victory over Average Joe's, and good luck in the next round of playoffs.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. That'll be it from Park. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Sean, we had some pretty good games here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me.
No problem. Those were some very exciting games. A lot happened in those.
Yeah, it's big stuff. One of the reasons why NGS is so much fun. And I want you guys to stick around for some more NGS fun. I'm going to throw you guys over to Odd Thought, who has Longhorn Gaming versus Rainbow Spectrum in just a second. But before then, Rainbow Spectrum, by the way, one of my favorite teams. But they are, I think, I'm looking at the bracket right now. They're number 7 in the seeding against Longhorn Gaming, which is number 2. So we're going to see how that goes. But first, I'm going to show you the bracket from Division A East to get you a sample of what's going on. We have, I don't know who won First Pick Gaslow and Jailbait, but they will be facing ZZZ in the semifinals next week. A sticky situation beats Doki Doki Hotskub, an upset there as they move on to the semifinals, and a sticky situation will face Happy Accidents next week in the semifinals. I think Gravesville is the key caster. No, it's Hanamori is one of them. Might be Gravesville is the other one. But they are the key casters for Division A East, so hopefully they either them or me or somebody is going to bring you those games next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you join us for that. But I think it's going to be about it for us. Make sure you stay tuned as I throw you over to the Division D West playoffs. My guest has been Sir Sean Sheep.
Yes, that's me.
Yes, it is. And nice little sign out there. Once again, Happy Accidents going up 2-1 over Average Shows to move on to the semifinals. I've been your caster, Ghost Dunk. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Have a good night and see you around.